Chuy?
Today's gonna be an egg white omelet. Okay, and then like a little, say open the fridge scrambler type of stuff. So like whatever you guys have left over sometimes. Sometimes we be doing like sopa soups. We be doing having bell pepper left over, anything like leftover. You wake up on a Sunday morning and you don't know what to cook. That's
You got
gonna be a
it.
little scrambler.
Let's
So
go.
for that one, we're gonna be using tortillas. We're gonna be dicing them up in
Take it raw with your tortillas.
you got to for the scrambler, bro. It's gotta be a little feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So especially after some
Right.
people, the night before they drink, or for the kids, especially if we have a big family. So this is a good way to stretch it out, make it look tasty,
Right.
sustainable, and make it look fulfilling as well.
Right. All right.
And then how much you say that all that will cost to make?
All this, honestly, look, let me see if I still have my receipt, because I actually have my receipt. So I misplaced it by accident, so I threw it away. But honestly, all of this, look, all I had was bell peppers, and then look, I buy everything the day of. So look, fresh spinach, fresh bell peppers. I spent under $13 for all this.
Wow. So anybody can do this. And this will feed up for how many people?
Depends. Look, if we incorporate the tortillas, you're able to feed 4 to 5 people with this.
Easy.
Easily, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Then,
like
of
4 or
course,
5
with the
gorditos.
omelet, and then look, so we're also gonna be using just 6 eggs too. Yeah. So it's not like you're gonna be using a lot of ingredients, but once you do the scrambler, so if I was to use all 6 eggs from the scrambler instead of dividing them, that would honestly you'll be able to feed a family of 7, no problem.
Awesome.
I love it, bro.
There's no excuses, guys. Don't go out and eat where you can do it at home and it's fresh.
So yeah, we all love a man who can cook. You already know that. You already know me.
Yes.
That's the first I get down in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
yes.
And the next episode will be Carlos showing us how he cooks.
Your boy can get down. I ain't no Chef Chuy, but I am a chef the truth. So your boy can get down.
And see, the truth will set you free, Carlos.
I love to cook. Like I am just like that is why me and Chef Chuy, I think that's why we all got along so
Judge
well.
me.
Because we have that type of energy. Like I am the same way. Like if you come to my house, there is a plate of food for you. There is a seat at the table. Everything. I'm all about hospitality. I'm all about love. Like whatever we have, eat. It's yours. However, you want 2, 3, 4, 5 plates, get it. You know what I'm saying? It's good. Like that's how I was raised. That's how I've always been. And that's how I'll always be. Like I'm the type of guy like, I'm a little bit more conservative now, but before, when I had a lot of people and a lot of friends, and family around me, my door was always open, so it was always a walk in, walk out type of thing. Food always there, it was home, people would just come and just hang out in my house for no apparent reason. You know what I'm saying? So I was always in the kitchen, I would always go to the carniceria, and that was it. I give me a little bit of chorizos, costillas, maybe a little fajita, maybe a little piranha. Hey, Paige, welcome in, guys. You guys can tap the screen, FYP, communicate, say hello to everybody, share it out, share out the live if you can. Good morning, guys. I know it's Sunday morning. I know y'all's probably still in y'all's bed, but it's okay, guys. You don't even need to get out of the bed. You just gotta
Talk about breakfast in bed right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We're bringing the podcast to you, my friends. Just popping in because Carlos shared the live. We are out and about today. Thank you, Paige. Thank you for always coming by. We love you, Paige. You're
We
always
appreciate you, yes.
welcome. Thank you, Paige. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. Yeah, so we about to get wild today, guys. So
one thing you were saying right now about like how you had an open door policy, man. I love that because same here. Like I always be like in the Spanish, donde comen uno, comen dos. One
That's
person
right.
eats two.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
right.
And it's also like for me, my love language is always food. So like that's why I have a great relationship with you, and all that, bro. Because I feel the same vibe on that aspect.
Yeah, I love to cook, man. Like I like doing the whole 9 yards.
Those colors.
The lamb chops, like everything.
Yeah.
I love it all.
And this is gonna be for inside the omelet, right? So we're gonna be having You know, of course, and like I said, colorful. I always cook with color. And, you know, people
Yes.
always like they tend to go to the color, makes it want to look more delicious. So look, we're gonna be
Nice. Nice.
having bell pepper, onion, of course, the good stuff. Nice little spinach. It's always eat and cook hearty, you know. Little nice little mushrooms in there.
Yo, we're going all out today, guys. So sit back. So I'm gonna tell you right now, guys. Chef Chuy's cooking is contagious because the last time we did the live, it was like what? It was like 9 o'clock at night or something or whatever. I'm telling you, everybody that was on that live went to go make a sandwich because my boy made the most amazing sandwich ever, bro. I mean, it was full blown. I didn't have the same ingredients. I just grabbed whatever was in my fridge, put it together, whatever. But I imagined it was what Chuy cooked. So I was just like, oh yeah, it was fire, man.
Yeah,
So
I appreciate it.
yeah. I was like, we got to get Chef Chuy on here. We got to.
No,
We had to
thank you,
make this
brother.
happen.
Thank you, man. And look, so on those first bell peppers, we're gonna be using for the inside of the omelet. This one's gonna be for our country potato. And then
Nice.
like always see when I start, because I started off working in sushi, so every time a lot of people cut this off and throw in the trash. I have a big thing of I don't waste anything in the kitchen.
Right.
Like that's just one thing, like, and then I have a big thing with Mother Nature. It took about like 7-8 months to grow this. Let's not let that go to waste. You know what
I
I'm saying?
like that, bro. I like that. I like that
Yes.
mentality because a lot of people and a lot of chefs are not thinking like that. Like whatever scraps or whatever doesn't look good or whatever, that's not presentable or whatever, it's like, boom, it's all about, but, I think us being, where we come from and our culture and stuff like that,
Yes.
plays a very
Yeah.
big part in that. So I think that we should go ahead and guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start the podcast.
Yeah.
So, because everything is moving now, we're already getting in. Chef Chuy's already got his vegetables going. So, guys, welcome, guys. Okay, welcome. Today we have a special guest today. Today is going to be a very, very good podcast, guys. The energy is already up. We've been planning this for some time now. So please, guys, give a round of applause for Chef Chuy. That is our special guest for today.
Appreciate it,
Let's go.
guys.
So today we have
Thank you
Chef
for having me,
Chuy,
by the way.
and we are going to discuss a few things with Chef Chuy as he cooks a wonderful breakfast. So, Chef Chuy, if you want to go ahead and tell us a little bit about what we're going to be cooking today for the new viewers that just joined.
Of course.
Before you start discussing what you're cooking, introduce yourself a little. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure.
So my real name is Jesus. I go by Chef Chuy. Stay in California. Opened about 14, 15 different restaurants all throughout the states. I've done a little bit of Mississippi. I did Louisiana. I've done Arizona. I've done New Mexico, Texas. I did Vegas. Vegas was a really fun one. Then I did Laughlin as well. So, and then all the other ones have been in local California, which was in Orange County, like Laguna Hills. Then I moved over around to Santa Clarita, Valencia. So that's what I did with my company for. I was with my company for over 14 years. And I specialized. I was part of the opening team, so I became the youngest opener for that company at the age of 20.
Nice.
At the age of 20, I started going around with seasoned veterans already. So I loved it. I learned a lot from them. So and then after that, I specialized in cleaning. I'm a little bit OCD. So they would send me to the stores that were like say rated B, because how every restaurant in California, I don't know how it's everywhere else, but in California. Right. Every restaurant gets a grade, A,
right.
Down, So we were a fine dining restaurant, so we couldn't have a B, Like that was
Right.
just bad. So any restaurant that couldn't pass health insurance, or not health insurance, I'm saying like health inspector from our own, but there wouldn't be a health inspectors coming from LB. We had our own, so they
Right.
would go in there, like they'd be like, hey, this is not up to par. I would get an email, they'll fly me over there. And then I would just, come in, introduce myself, be like, hey, when you guys 1 week with me, this is how we're going to change things.
Nice.
And So that's why I learned to lead by example. Because that's what the company paid me to do. Basically.
Right.
So
Nice. I
little by
like
little, they
that,
were
man.
getting me ready for this.
Wow,
So
man.
what
That's
inspired you to become a chef, though?
My mother. My mother had a very big thing too, which that inspired me for to do that. I honestly would see my mother. My mother had 3 jobs, hardcore working woman. She brought me over from Mexico, came here, didn't know the language, but like everybody just loved her because of her cooking. It didn't matter if they knew the language or not. They tried to
oh,
food and they're like, "Oh, mommy, Rosie, mommy," and they would just give her love. You know what I'm saying? And every time like they would come around, she would come around and like, "Hey, that's her cooking is good." And I just love that contagious vibe, you know what I'm saying? And man, I don't care how upset a person was or mad, especially hangry people. So hangry people is the hardest to come through for it because they're already mad, and if that don't taste right, if that tastes salty, just now they coming for you.
they
But my
come.
mother, that was her specialty, like she was like a damage control person.
Right.
She would come and she would be like, "Hey, mijo, what don't you like?" Person, that was my first thing. So my mom's first thing before, and that's where I got my thing. So whenever I cook for somebody, 2 things I ask: what don't you like, and what are you allergic to?
Right.
So no matter even if we're cooking at home, asking people what we're allergic to is very important.
Yes.
You're right.
Most
Correct.
definitely.
Yeah, we don't want anybody getting sick or being sent to the hospital. So yes.
Or even on a first date, type of situation thing. We don't want no one getting sick, and so it's always good. And my father had another thing to do with that as well because my mother taught my father how to cook. Yeah. So seeing my man get in the kitchen, and like try to cook for my mom and treat her like a queen. Also, made me like kind of look up to him. One day I was like, "Well, I wanted, hey, one day I want to do that for her. One day I would like to do that for my partner. You know what I'm saying? To where like, because in our culture, I don't want to be like, oh, the woman's always in the kitchen. No, F that. Like let's take your break, mama. Like, hey, I got you cooking. Try my family's recipe. And like I said, when I cook, it says a history. It says I talk about my mother. Like I got her ingredients. When I don't know, even though I'm a chef, when I don't know certain things, I don't call the person that taught me. I call my mother. Hey, mom.
Right.
So, yeah, my mother is one of my biggest things, And then, honestly, another thing that inspired me being a chef is that it's more than cooking. It's creativity. It's put your mind to about behind a plate. You know what I'm saying? So that also has a lot to do with me because whenever I see ingredients, I don't just see bell peppers. I already see a dish.
Right.
So like, and then I love science. I love sharing my passion. I love everything, because you're able to transform just simple ingredients that you just see that you grow in your garden.
Yeah, that's something that I've actually noticed about you, Chuy, was that like you grab dishes that like we all know about, but you add like your own, very creative spin that, most people would not normally think about. Like the way you did the baked potato and all that stuff. I was like, I never would have thought doing it like that. I was like, that way is way better. I want to eat that.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, like you most definitely got an eye for that. You know what I'm saying? That creativity when it comes to cooking.
No,
He does.
and I appreciate you guys, because like whether it's like the fresh colors of the products that I use, and like I was say, I always use colors, or the sizzle of the food. When I be cooking, that's why I try to have my phone next to it.
Right.
The kitchen to me is where culinary and science meet. And that duality is what fuels my passion.
Right. Yeah, no, most definitely, man. Because, a lot of us, especially like when we're cooking, I, I've seen two types of chef, right? Where you have the one, like, let's say like how your mother and like my grandmother, where it's like they just know how much to put. You know what I'm saying? They're not like measuring and like, oh, you need a quarter cup of this, or you need 2 teaspoons of that and whatever. No, it's just
They
this,
eyeball it.
that,
Yes.
right. And then in the end, it's like a masterpiece. It's like, oh,
Right.
this is the best, But then, when you go to like, Michelin star type or like 5-star restaurants and stuff like that, when you go back there, it's obviously different, right? Because, and I can understand why it is different because you're cooking for, so many people and always the same dish. And, you want dishes to taste the same and be the same. You want every person to have the same awesome experience with that plate, with that dish. So I understand that 100%. But nothing beats a home cooked meal with love, from that mom or that grandmother, yeah, nothing beats it. Just putting that love into it, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, and that part. But I'll also tell you another thing is I could me myself and I personally I have everything up here because I was trained with my mother, and in the restaurants when we're like having to do 10, 15 plates at once, writing or all that it comes hard. I have a hard book where I put all my recipes, But whenever I train someone, this is one thing I've noticed. Like say when I would open restaurants, right? The chef that was in charge, those weren't actually his recipes, so he didn't know them off the head. So that's why he had to have a paper,
Right.
and which is a trick because I would be like, man, you're a well-known chef, like it should be your recipe. But they just hire some chefs to uphold the recipes.
Right.
I love being that chef, but I love being in a restaurant where I could create my own recipe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because whenever you're able to create your own recipe, not only that, but you're creating memories with that person, with those guests.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not only that, but like one of my specialties, honestly, is this. When I'll go to people around and be like, hey, what don't you like to eat? But I don't like tomato. Best believe I'll make something with tomato that they will not even notice it.
Right. And they'll be like, this is delicious.
Yeah, I'll be like, say that again. Look. Like I had my girl, she wanted to eat tomato. It's perfectly tomato now, because she used big old thick slices, thin, a little bit of lime, a little bit of salt, give texture, give flavor, out the door. Then also things with raw onions, So I was like, it just depends, honestly, for everybody. But like a lot of chefs, it was one thing that I hate. They call themselves chefs. But it's like, see, like with me, I would love to go to Queen Medusa's or your house and just open your fridge and whatever is there, baby, I will make you something. You know what I'm saying?
You're welcome anytime. Like the same to me, you're cooking.
There ain't nothing in this fridge, my boy. It ain't nothing but.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like I love that. Like that I'm able to go to anyone's house, whatever they have, and I automatically think there's some chefs that be like, oh no, they have to have the finest ingredients, or they have to just perfect. No, like that's why I love that.
You work with what you have. Yeah.
Right. If you can do something with cup noodles, for me. Maybe
noodles and cereal for him.
Maybe like a cup noodle recipe or maybe a cereal.
I would make you some chow mein with those noodles in that cup, bro.
My boy, you see, I'm telling you, bro.
Hey, no, what's up? I love getting. Hey, what can you make with this now? Be like, watch this.
Right. What? Let me show you. Yeah, I love that, man.
So see, like my goal was, I wanted to be in a Hell's Kitchen. I got one thing that's impeding me for that. But I will be fixing that, and then so I would really love to compete in those kind of shows because so in my company which was called Landry's for Clean Jumper. So Landry's owns Vic and Anthony's, they own Clean Jumper, they own Sawgrass. They had over 150 different.
They also Joe's Crab Shack. That's why I got Landry's card. I have one. I'm a member.
So look, Joe's Crab Shack. I opened 2 of those.
Hey, boy, let's open one. Let's open up a seafood
I've opened Sawgrass, which is a steakhouse in Texas. I've opened Joe's Crab Shack, which is one of them only. So only one of those. I've done over 15 Clean Jumpers openings, and fixtures. Then I worked at Vic and Anthony's, which is where I got the pleasure to cook for Beyonce, JC, and Pitbull. So that was a pleasure. Beyonce and JC didn't come to the bag, but Pitbull did, and you know what? It was vibe. It was vibe.
That was tough.
Especially when he asked who cooked this meal, and I was like, oh, I was just a double coat, like, But
Chuy.
Yeah, but it's beautiful when someone comes back there and be like, hey man, who cooked this? Now,
right.
It's an honor if they come happy. Now they come upset, you better kind of like. Now, I love to take criticism whether it's good or bad because it's a learning experience.
Correct.
Some people they'll be like, "Oh, dude, you suck," and they'll be like, "Oh man, no, ever." No, hey, that's a genuine, feedback. Now that person might be upset because look, we all love food that comes with it, But now, if you take that and disregard that dish that you think is good for 10 people, in reality might be only good for 2 because you've got a first feedback that's no good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But a lot of chefs have that pride that they're like, oh no, I cook how it is, and if they don't like it, it's like, no, what's me, man? Look, I always like to be around, be like, hey, what do you guys like to eat? You know, off of those ingredients, I'm gonna make you guys something that you guys haven't had before.
All right.
That was tough.
So, Chuy, like, so tell us, like, who was Chuy before he wanted to be a chef? Like, you know, like you growing up, you know, like who were you? You know, like what type of kid were you? How were you in high school?
But look,
you know,
if your boy gets a little emotional, just know that it's part of the story, right?
oh, that's all good, man.
But so all right, look, let's start from the little kid in Norway, all right? The Chef Chuy was a little kid in Mexico. You know, I grew up. I used to eat dirt. We didn't have food like that. You know, like real talk. And my mother came to the States. She met my father that was in some illicit business in Tijuana. He was part of a cartel. You know, and my mom, she didn't want the life from him or anything like that. So they came across my dad. Look, I shout out to my dad. He left that lifestyle. I got my work ethic for him. That man worked 7 days a week, 14 years straight, bro. For my mom. So like he left all that behind, and I was a good kid, bro, growing up, but my dad was very abusive because he was an alcoholic. So I was given to the state of California to adoption. So like then after being an adoption, I went to foster care, and that's when I was a little good boy, and I would be getting jumped by my stepbrothers and all that over there. So that's when your boy I learned the way of the streets, and I tasted my drugs the first time, just because I wanted to get away from all of that. I never knew what it was that I was a straight A student up to 4th grade. I got taken away in 4th grade, so I got given to adoption to the state of California in 4th grade. So like it was hard for me because I was transitioning for being a lonely child. So then I didn't come back to my house till like I was 12, and I was already rebellious. I was, didn't want to be a little gangbanger. I just wanted to fit in. I was not really. I call myself now, and I see myself now as a wannabe because I wanted to fit in. That was never me. I just wanted to escape my pain. You know what I'm saying? And then, food has always, like one thing I've always noticed is what makes people. I don't care who you are, where you from, bro. When you're hungry, you're gonna sit down.
Right.
You guys are gonna forget everything. So, growing up, I would always see that, and I never thought I used to be against cooking. I used to be a very big like women are in the kitchen, men are out here because I used to work construction. Right? I grew up.
Okay.
Like I was 6 years of age. I worked in construction. Like I built my own furniture. I put on my own like all that good stuff. But I realized, brother, that my father is the one that instilled that in me because he was from Guadalajara, so he was very like machista.
Yeah.
But after that, I went. Yeah, I got locked up. I wanted to be dumb and whatnot, and I just saw that wasn't for me. I have a brother. He's from Guatemala, and then he's all like, "Hey, bro, like, do something with your life, man. You have a job. You have a great work ethic." And so did he. We're working 12 hours when we were 16, 17. Because I was like, as much as I love to play hard, I needed money.
Right.
So, my mom always told me, you wanna be somebody, you wanna act grown. Because at that time I was already smoking the Mary Jane. Right. I was like, okay, you wanna have some habits, make sure you're able to maintain them the legal way.
Right.
Not the illegal way, not the stupid way with the hard work. And bro, the next day I had a job.
My butt.
I told my mama, say less. So, and then her best friend, dude, I'll never forget that she actually cried. She's all like, oh yeah, your son is a good for nothing wannabe gangbanger. He'll never hold a job for a week. Brother, it's been over 25 years I've held a job. Never have done anything about it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I say every time, that's why I always like to, not to please people, but through food is one thing that I know that nobody cared about my background, really. You know what I'm saying? That no one was like, just, like if you're a great cook, they'll be like, oh, bro, he used to be this. Hey, no, bro, taste this cooking, you ain't gonna care. And that's how I started off with sushi, So, and the chance I got to start off in sushi was, I wasn't even supposed to cook. they failed the health inspection test, and they had me to go. You know the hoods that are in the restaurants.
Yeah.
They had me to go clean that because they didn't want to clean it. And like I told you, I've always been peculiar when it comes to cleaning, bro.
Right.
Like if it's not shiny,
You don't want it.
I don't want it. So, you know, and then through that chance that they gave me, you know, I did it all by myself. Through that chance, they ended up offering me a dishwashing position. You know, so I was like, okay, on that dishwashing position, I was like, okay, I see this, you know, like I ran with mama, like, mama, I got a job. So, you know, then after that, I just, you know, that restaurant, you know how it is sometimes when somebody doesn't come in, someone don't come in and they're like, dude, hey, you don't know this, but, you know, here you go. And I've always been the type of person that I try to be the best at whatever I can do, you know.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter whether, you know, like, if I draw, like, I also know how to draw a little here and there, but I always try to make everything and a little bit of anything, you know. So,
Right.
I remember I would come crying to my mom, I was like, Mom, like, because, see, the Asian community when it comes to sushi chefs is hardcore, bro. So, like, if you're already not Asian, they don't want to sit in front of you.
Right. They're like,
teach
no.
Yeah, they don't want to teach you because they think that you're not going to take it seriously. So, look, this is where my mother came in clutch, bro. I would go crying home to my mother. Like, you know, I remember being 15, 16, crying home to my mama. And, you know, my mother's like, hey, mijo, one day learn, dude. You know, go in early, go in 2 hours early. Learn their setup, set it up for them. So when they get there, they don't have an excuse that, oh, I don't have time to teach you. You know, and then I told mom, but I'm about to be a bitch, you know.
I like that. I like that.
That's why I say, like, this is why I say my mother made me the chef I am. Because, you know, my mother's the one that told me, she goes, hey, mijo, like, you know, it's not that you're about to be a bitch. Because that's why I told her, excuse my language.
Right.
You know, but I was like, she's all like, mijo, you want them to teach you, right? All their knowledge they got is not free. All their knowledge took them tears, took them sweats, took, you know, so she goes, so if you come up and be like, hey, teach me what you got, you know, but go, hey, you know what? I set up your station. I see that you have this ready. Would you mind just cutting me, showing me how to do this? Brother, believe it or not, my mama was just like you, bro. The truth, fam. They started doing that, and they started, you know what? One of the head chefs, like, his name was Haksa, bro. You know, like over here, he would always be like this, but underneath, he'd be kicking me, bro, on my shin. Like, bro, real talk, dude.
Right.
You know, but I love him because I had to use when I used to learn how to cook, I hit my knife. But he's all like, hey, this is your coworker. Your pan, that's your coworker.
Right.
That's not a plan. That's not. They help you make the food that helps you know, get paid. So like all throughout, I learned a lot of great, you know, like things that now is what I use. Because when I was a kid, you know, right now I was 17, I was like, dude, this was just tripping. You know, like, man, relax, dude, it's just food. And now I'm the same way too. I was like, whoa, hey, don't touch me.
Right, you're like, hey, take care of it. Take care of it. Right. Yeah. I know. So I worked in the restaurant business as well, but I was more on the management side. But, you know, since the kitchen staff, you know, the majority was, you know, Latino, Hispanic, you know, I played a very big role in getting the orders from, you know, the owner to the kitchen exactly how he wanted it to be done. And before I arrived, it was very difficult for them to, like, you know, they would misunderstand things and whatever. So like when I was in that, you know, I mean, I just saw everything about, you know, the restaurant business and everything that, you know, comes with it. And, you know, it's a whole lot of things. And it was a whole lot of good memories too, man. A lot of great people, great, amazing people. And, you know, I saw and learned so many things from those people, man. Like they would just be like, even though I wasn't even in the kitchen, you know, chef or whatever, they'd be like, hey, Carlos, come here. Let me show you something. Because I would always take care of them all the time, bro. All the time.
Yes, that part. Take care of those, and those will take care of you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Great words that you said, man.
Yeah. Because, you know, we were a bar. So, you know, like we just became a huge family, man. Like the kitchen, the waiters, the hostesses, the security, the bartenders, everybody is just a huge family, you know? And everybody knows about everybody. Everybody supports one another. I mean, it got to a point where, you know, my coworkers were at my house sleeping on my couch. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were together all the time. And I really did, I miss that now. I miss them. it was a really, really great time for me. So I love that industry. I love the restaurant business. I love hospitality industry. Like that's why, I think you and I get along so well because, I love it, man. There's nothing like sitting down with the people that you love the most, eating a great meal. There's nothing like it. Laughs, joy. Yeah, there's nothing like it.
One quick second, sorry. So y'all, after we do the podcast, we will be on the comments. So sorry to interrupt all this.
Yeah. So
I'm replying to the comments as well, though.
Oh,
But
okay.
you want to go ahead and explain to them what you're cooking?
Yeah, so look, now that I have the majority of the ingredients all cut up, so look, we're gonna be doing an egg white omelet. And that egg white omelet, we're gonna be having, of course, our red bell peppers, green, white onion for flavor. Always gotta have the flavor. We're gonna be having our sliced mushrooms in there, as well as some spinach, cooked nice and hearty. But it's, on top of that, bam, we gotta have the main protein in there all the time. So that's some nice little ranchera that I had left marinating. We have already our, colorful. Like I say, I cook with color on everything, So this is gonna be for our country potatoes. I already got the potatoes boiling in the water. Which they're ready already. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you.
Yeah, show us. Hey, we got the potatoes boiling.
So look, that potato's about to go in, and look, I'm gonna hit that one in the air fryer for about like 5 minutes. And the reason for that is just so the outside gets that nice.
Yes.
Yeah, but it seals it because look, sometimes when we boil potatoes, the reason I boil them is so the inside is nice. Because I don't know if you guys have ever gone to restaurants and you get country potatoes and they're nice and crisp on the outside, but in the middle sometimes they're a little bit hard or whatnot.
Yeah.
So boiling them all the way through will save that, and then once you throw them in the air fryer, it'll help seal the outside. Because if you get them straight from boiling and dropping it in the pan with that, you're gonna have mashed potatoes with vegetables.
Right.
So yeah, so that's why I air fry it, just to seal the outside of the potatoes.
Gotcha. Hey, y'all take out your little notepads so we can, you didn't know how to cook in the kitchen before. You're gonna learn how to cook in the kitchen now with Chef Chuy.
Oh yes, and everything for under $20, John. Promise you.
I have one question for you, Chef Chuy. What is one ingredient or cooking technique that you think every home should master?
One, sauteing onions and garlic before they throw anything in the pan.
That.
I will tell y'all this, look. If y'all want to walk in and just have your kids come out, or your husband, or anybody be like, ooh, that smells fire, what you cooking? Drop a nice hot pan, finesse, fine dice, almost some little onions, get a little garlic clove, and throw it in the pan before you add anything.
I like that. I love cooking with
That's
garlic.
gonna bring the aroma. So that already is mind, mind tricking. Not only the family, but your customers, your guests. Like,
Right.
Ooh,
That smells right. Yeah.
So that's
I
just
could pretend
one
I bring the McDonald's and just saute some onions.
Be like, hey,
Sounds good.
Oh,
Good
it has
tip.
sauteed onions in there.
Taking notes.
Right, you're gonna take a little pan, put a little onion, garlic, and you're gonna come with a Taco Bell. Yeah.
And also, not only salt and pepper are like, I promise you, I've gone into like other people's houses and they've only had salt and pepper, and I'm like, no wonder you don't like cooking at home. No wonder you don't like your own cooking. Like, I wouldn't like it either.
Right.
Like, let me say, like,
So your food tastes like hospital food.
bro, like, just all right here, like, these are all my seasonings. I have all, like, stuff to make up there. I have a whole nother pan, bro, like, a whole nother dish full of, all, like, my seasonings that I have. And, because, see, I cook a little bit of everything. So Indian food, I cook Mediterranean food. So I have just ingredient love. If someone comes over and be like, dude, I want some curry. Got you. Go whoop it up and, and that's just one of the best things. So, like, I'll tell y'all, even if y'all don't think y'all need that seasoning, get some seasoning. Sometimes go in the aisle, they're on out. Seasonings do last about a year, 2 years, y'all. You
Yep.
know, and then start getting creative with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, the reason why I love about sushi is because it taught me that I had to taste everything. Like everything I cooked, I had to taste. You know, and that's one of the best things because like that, you're able to combine flavors. You're able to, you know, you learn so much things. You know what I'm saying? Then love too. Y'all don't have a strainer? Yeah, play it over really quick. I do have a strainer. I just don't want to get it out right now.
I'm with that.
Maybe it works. It works.
Mm.
You know, yeah, 30-second quick little fix and vámonos. Then always make sure, look, once that crumbles nice and easy like that, yo, you know it's gonna be nice to the too. Then throw it in the air fryer real quick, get the nice little crisp. We're gonna start sauteing the veggies, and you know, keep vibing as we talking.
I'm doing it, man. I'm hungry. I'm already hungry. So,
So the
Chuy,
potatoes, you boiled them, and did you add any salt or any spices to that?
When I saute them, yes. When I throw them in the air fryer, no. So I throw them, like I said, I throw them in the air fryer. So because look, like you know how like sometimes right now they're mushy. Mm-hmm. So 5 minutes will give you that outer crust that you want, but will keep that nice soft middle. So then by that time while I'm cooking this, I'm about to start sauteing the bell peppers, the onions, you know, to create, and that's gonna be for both my omelet and then for the base for my scrambler. You know, because every good breakfast gotta have, you know, little potatoes in there. You know what I'm saying? But what we're gonna be using, I live by this. No Suiza, y'all. All right.
Get it,
I
guys.
live by that. I do not use salt in none of my cooking. I refuse to. This is a great salt. Okay, like that because look, with this one, it brings out flavor. You're able to dilute this without adding other seasons. With salt, you cannot dilute salt for nothing.
Right. Once you put too much salt, that's it. It's salty.
That's it. You know, that's the only
Right, but I
problem.
didn't hear, like, if you, for instance, overseason your steak, right, and then you add potatoes, the potatoes should absorb that salt, though.
The thing is, a lot of people don't be cooking see, like, so this is my thing, you know, like I say, if you have the mashed potatoes and your steak and all that, when you buy your steak, a lot of people don't get a steak and then they put mashed potato.
I gotta get you.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. Yeah, they could buy the steak and then dilute it with what's it called? With potato. But that's just like a chaser in a way, you know. Like you already got the flavor. You're like,
You're right. I never looked at it that way, bro. But because you're a chef, you look at it that way. I would have never looked at it that way. I was like, I get that now. I get it.
Yeah, but, you know, that's just one of the only things. So that's why I always tell people whenever I teach anybody, I try to tell them salt solution, and when they taste my food, they'll be like, bro, there's only salt. Like, hey, if you know how to season the food and you know how to mix the right seasonings, there are everything. There's alternative to this, you know, and to salt. Like I live by this. Like I said, you know, that onion powder, garlic powder are the trifecta of all my dishes, brother.
Right. The trifecta. Yep. Same over here, brother. Same. I got the same stuff in my pantry. Everything that I cook, most of the time, is gonna take that. Whether it be shrimp, fish, steak, and then I'll change it up every now and then depending on what it is that I add to the dish, whether it be green peppers or tomatoes or mushrooms or edamame or snow peas or green beans, like broccoli or carrots, squash. So I love that stuff, and I'm big on cumin too. I love cumin in my food. Turmeric, I love that. Like, I love it. I love spices in my food. And another good. Go ahead.
Sorry. By the way, sorry, not trying to interrupt you. I'm about to make a Cuban dish on my 4th live. Someone asked me for a Cuban dish.
Yes, it sounds good.
Yeah. If you guys want really good Cuban food, Miami, Florida, guys.
Yes.
Yes.
Always.
I went to Florida 2 years ago, and you are not lying.
Yeah. Miami, Florida, baby, with the best Cuban food. I'm telling you, you're gonna want to go to Cuba. They'd be like, yo, put me on a boat, take me to Cuba real quick.
Yes, food is amazing. I highly
Right.
recommend it.
It's so good, man. But Miami just is another place that is a great city known for its vibrant food, its vibrant, energy and everything. I've never actually been to Vegas, so I was actually wondering if you could tell us a little bit more because you had said that the gig that you had in Vegas was something that was pretty big for you. So I actually wanted to hear more about that. Like what'd you do, where'd you cook, who was there, what, everything.
So that one was one of my first openings I ever did. Okay.
Oh.
So in order to get chosen for an opening like that, we have to, of course. I was employee of the month in a company where there were 16-year veterans. So and I had gotten employee of the month when I was the age of 19 with them. So I had the pleasure of doing all this at the age of 19. So after all that, I went to Vegas. I did not know anybody, because I did not know any of the opening team. The opening team had been opening stores together for 16 years.
All right.
So I love Claim Jumper because look, Landry's one of the most professional companies ever. They taught me a lot of the great stuff that I know. And you know what? If you were opening team, they taught you as an opening trainer. There was no like, oh, this guy is young. No, they're like, hey, you're here for a reason. Thank you. You're adding to the team. So I didn't feel left behind, which was one of the best things because, bro, we were going to open and so I was only a pantry cook. So I only knew how to make pizzas. I know how to toss pizzas, hand toss them in the air, all that good stuff. But when I went to go do the opening, they weren't making pizzas. They weren't making salads. That's all I knew how to do about it. Right? So, they set me up for failure in a way. I was over there, I was like stressing. I'm like, shoot, what am I going to do? So then right after that, that's where I learned how to start cooking, bro. They're like, well, we're going to teach you how to cook steak. Look, one thing I'll tell you this, steaks, bro, I don't ever get returned back. They will send me to every store because I make the perfect steak. I promise you, bro, I have all medium rare, blue, well done, all whatever time. And I think one of my coworkers that taught me how to do that. He's like, hey, look, you want a well done steak, puppy? I was like, yeah, I don't know how to do that. He goes, put your hand like this. I'm like, all right. So he goes, touch it right here. I'm like, okay. He goes, that's well done, medium well, medium rare, and rare.
Right.
Now go ahead and start touching, everything. I was like, all right. And then, so he taught me how to cook on that spot. So I took over the sauteing. So I started doing pastas. Burned the first 6 pastas. I done cried in the walk-in. All right. I cried in the walk-in because I signed a contract, so I couldn't go home. So it's either I get fired and I don't go nowhere, And then I was like, shoot, you know what? And I cried, bro, and I will never forget this. They started making fun of me, And you know what, bro? I was 19, So,
right. You were just,
I wiped it off. They thought I was gonna quit. I wiped it off. I remember what my mother said, bro. And you know what? Just like I took over the sushi restaurant, I'm gonna take over this job. Right. So instead of letting myself quit, I got the mentality like I'm coming for your job. Like you're the lead cook, bro. I'm gonna be the lead cook. I'm not gonna fire you. You're gonna get promoted, but I'm gonna have your job. You're not gonna tell me what to do. So, right. And then after that, that's exactly what happened. I stayed with them. I stayed with that company. I took over steaks. Then I took over appetizers. I was one of the fastest appetizer makers because our appetizer window is 6 to 8 minutes. All right. Mm-hmm. Right. No matter if we have 300 seats or not.
Yeah, you got to do it.
So, and we had like 6, 7 fryers, but see, like me, I could be talking, cooking, or doing other things, but I have one of the things I was blessed with is my time conscience in my head, I could be doing 2, 3 different things, but I don't know I have 2 or 3 different things going on. Look, that was my first special I ever made. The one Queen has on her plate, on the screen right now. That was my first special I ever cooked as a chef.
Yeah, right now Medusa is putting all of the dishes that Chuy has done. He had sent us over some dishes that he had made and prepared, and I'm telling you guys, every single one is Beautiful. Yeah, look at that.
Alright. So, you know, and then look, and then, like I said, and then Vegas, that's where I really got into cooking, where I fell in love with it, because that's when I saw celebrity chefs. That's when I saw that being a chef was just more than, oh, you get it. No,
Right.
that's like, hey, you could bring in a good audience, a good, hey, look, y'all, look what I'm cooking for you. Come on, y'all, you know, like a good vibe, a good energy. People would follow you no matter what you did, where you would go. They would want to cook, you know, and when I incorporate that in my cooking, people will be like, hey, Chuy, where are you working at now?
Right.
You see, that's a roll with chicken right there for a little salad. You know, but like, so then when I went to Vegas, you know, that's what changed my perception in cooking and doing everything. That's when I wanted to become the best of the best in everything. You know, why? Because that's when I saw, I thought I had seen Gordon Ramsay, but it was his sous chef, right?
Mm.
But his sous chef came in and goes, that's wrong, please fix that, please fix. So I fell in love with the authority, but I didn't fall in love with the unhumane ways that they had.
Right. Like being being that way for no reason, you know,
Yes.
like you
Like
know,
they-
not
you know,
because
they
you
were
want to.
understaffed.
Right,
You know?
right, exactly. Yeah, there is a very big difference when you lead by title than leading by example. You feel me? We're more leading by example, not just because we're the lead chef or we're the manager or this. You know, you have to listen to me and obey me and this and that. Now, I prefer to show you, hey, look how I do things, look how I run the ship. You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
if you can follow, hey, let's.
Right. And that's how you get a good team to follow you, honestly.
Right.
Like say, like with all my cleaning that I do, like for example, one thing that I got is a lot of chefs that man a clean kitchen, but you rarely see them cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but whether me, if I take over a restaurant, I don't want them to clean nothing because I already came in and I saw what their work was capable of. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and therefore, don't try to impress me now because that's not your work ethic. Sit
Right.
back. I'm gonna show you how I want my kitchen. Like that, you're able to just keep up with it. So you know, like that, my team is not like, oh, another chef that just wants me to fucking do the cleaning. No, look, I'll get in there. I'll have grease dripping on my face.
Right.
You know, it's because at the end of the day, bro, I'm going to war with you.
Right. Right. That's crazy. It really is like that. It's you guys against the orders that are coming in. You feel me? Because I know what it is. When them orders start coming in, man, and it start being printed out, boom, 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 man, it is something else. And you most definitely want to have the right people with you when you're in that type of situation. So I know exactly what Chef Chuy is talking about. But it's really beautiful when you guys work in sync and are able to create very beautiful dishes, amazing tasting dishes, and your customers are very happy with what you're putting out. So, you know, when you get that, I already know, I've seen it. It's such a great feeling, you know, when people are telling you like, hey, we want to have our next event here. Hey, we want you to cater our next, you know, birthday or business meeting or event or whatever. You know, that's such a great feeling, man. And I most definitely know that Chef Chuy is going to get that because I know right now, Chef Chuy, you're aspiring to get your own food truck, right? And then maybe in the future, maybe your own restaurant or something like that. But as of right now, I know you were telling me that you were focused on your food truck and that's what you've got your dreams and your ambitions on. So tell us about that. Like, tell us about your dream about the food truck and, you know,
Right.
what
Where do
your
you see
plans
yourself
are.
in the next 5 years?
So in the next 5 years, I honestly would love to see myself, my own food truck, right? But not only being in one spot. My goal is to travel all the states and cook. You know,
Right.
I want to cook in every state that I possibly can. Not only because, you know, one, it's for better business, but I want to be able to have content for, you know, I want to have this like my little TikTok journey. You know what I'm saying? I want to have this as in like later 5 years down the line, you know, or 2 years down the line, come back to, you know, Three Legends podcast and be like, hey, I remember when I was like that over there in my little kitchen? Yeah, look at me, my food truck now. You know, type of thing.
Yeah.
I want to be like, you know, like how I connected with Queen, how I connected with you. I want to be able to, you know, get my food truck and drive out to you guys. You know,
Yes.
like, hey, here, this is my flavor, and like, hey, bring your family. You know,
Yeah.
I want to be able to go up to the top. I want to be able to, drive down to say like Florida and be like, hey, Medusa, where's your favorite spot in the beach at? Like, let's go. I got my food truck right here. You get your people, great
Right.
vibes. Then you get in the beach. Hey, everybody,
We be
no
out there
problem.
promoting. Make a line.
I'm
Make a
saying,
line.
bro.
We
You
all be
know,
up in there in the food truck, cooking, passing out flyers. Yeah,
yeah.
I already
And then
know.
not only
Hey, Chef
that, but
Chuy.
I get to travel, which is one of the things that I love to do. You know what I'm saying? Opening restaurants, Tommy, traveling. I love connecting. I love networking.
Mm-hmm.
Because nowadays sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. So
Correct.
if you also know what you know, and people that know,
Mm-hmm.
you will be that's a blessing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like I said, that's why I always try to perfect my craft, because if I meet the right person, I don't just want to mooch off what they know, who they know. I want to be like, hey, I could provide this. Like I bring this to the table. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And a lot of people, like it's hard in a way. Okay, so look, I don't know if you'll be able to see the texture now, but the texture now, like it's not as
Right.
mushy. So
Mushy is
that's
a little bit more firm.
that's when we throw it in, and that's how we're gonna get our nice, perfect, crispy little potato.
Yeah, Chewy, show us what you got going on right now on the camera. Let's show these people how Chef Chewy get down in the kitchen, yo. Cause my boy can get.
Look, yeah, we threw these down right now. We're about to mix this. We got a nice little carnita asada going down. Una nice little ranchera.
Boy.
And see, and then for these fries, like I tell you, so like I said, I spent under $20. It was a total of $17 that I spent. Whoa. Because I ended up getting me a little Gatorade. But look, once you start incorporating, you see how the amount that it becomes. So you're able to say like this could be one serving, two servings, three, almost four servings that you get once you plate that with everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then look, like now with the seasoning of everything else, you see like the potato start getting its color.
Yeah.
And I say every time we cook, y'all, it's always important. Taste what y'all cooking.
Definitely. Especially if you're gonna be feeding it to other people. Please taste it before you give it to them.
Yes, definitely taste it.
Yeah, you don't want them to taste it and give you the feedback.
Right. I'm telling you, man. That looks so good.
Oh, and also, whenever you guys cooking, another little trick too, try to get the oils that are like spray oils, or like there's a little spray that you could put your own oil to.
Right.
That just helps with the cross contamination, and how like if you have like if this was to be oil right here, you grab it with your hands. Sometimes you put it back. If you're cooking chicken or something, without you knowing and realizing, we don't go back and wipe those kind of things on sometimes.
Right. You're right.
We just cross-contaminated chicken onto all of our little spices.
That is so true. So, we're also self-aware, Chef. We don't want anybody to get sick.
Definitely not.
And I feel like, there's also, there is a proper way to cooking, And, I've seen a lot of restaurants close down because of that, especially in like New Jersey and New York City. So I've seen places is up one day and the next day they're closed down. So yeah, and it's most definitely because of those exact reasons. So Chuy, you would say that your mom was like your main major influence when it comes to being a chef.
Her and Ramsey Gordon. That's my favorite. That's the chef I look up to, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's the Elsie.
Ramsey, if you watch this, you already know.
Bro, if you're watching this, get ready for me
Chef
next
Chuy's
Tuesday,
on
bro. I'm
his
coming
way.
for you.
I'm
I'm gonna be
coming
at
for
Hell's
you,
Kitchen,
Ramsey.
dog.
I'm coming for you.
Oh, I'm saying, bro, look. Hey, but you know what, though? I have to learn how to whistle, bro. I cannot whistle. And it's... All right, look. I've had this thing, bro, where I whistle all the time. Bro, I whistle without even knowing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. So, but see, that's how like in a way I made my whistling into my communication in the kitchen. All right.
Right.
So that when I need all hands on deck, like, and I'm in the kitchen, like, and I tell people, like, hey, I'm not trying to treat you guys like dogs, you know, because look, a good worker is hard to find. So some motherfuckers be in the bathroom sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to go. All right. Who knows? You know, look, if they hear that, they know we need all hands on deck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know, and it's a fun little culture with your people, with your boys. But yeah, but for Hell's Kitchen, dude, you can't whistle at all.
Yeah.
Like at all. So like,
You just put tape on your mouth, man. Then when you gotta talk, just shh. Yes, sir.
but I'm insane, bro. So you know, but nah, like, but see, because the reason I want to be on Hell's Kitchen too, bro, is because you gotta present your dish to Gordon Ramsay. Like, he's one of the. So look, bro, even if I know I'm gonna get through the next round, I believe in myself. But look, bro, my dude would just be like, look, if I thought, you know, I served you one of my plates. Hey, I wanted that under my belt. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, man. That it would be a big one, man.
But look, cooking for Beyonce and JC was like something big for me and Pitbull, you know. So like, this is that would be like.
Right. That'd be like the next level.
But the ultimate person that if I could cook for, again, bro, would be my mother. My mother has not tasted my cooking ever since. I haven't seen my mother in 8 years. So it took me 8 years to get where I'm at right now, you know. So my mom would have to taste my food. So that's one person I could have to taste my food, that would be my mother.
Man. Hopefully we can make that happen soon.
Oh, yeah, bro. We're
Look at
working on
that.
it. Like, todo con Dios, you know. He got us. So look, mira. Nice little carnita asada. Nice little flavor.
So good.
Yeah. Then look at when in doubt. So I don't know if you guys know this, but you guys could also fry tortillas in the air fryer. Okay. Nice and healthy, y'all. You know, don't try to get your fam all. Okay. That's one of my favorite sous chefs right there, bro.
That air fryer is the real deal. Look, my boy Chef Chuy cooking at the house like he's cooking at the restaurant, man. The fire and everything.
You got to, bro. You know.
Hibachi.
It's like I say, it's gonna make you fall in love with cooking at home. Once you learn how to do that, you'll be like,
All right,
hey,
it becomes
you're like, hey
fun.
girl, because you know your wife or your man be like, look at, you start doing that, bro. So other than that, they're gonna be all up in that.
Yeah, me cooking and knowing how to cook has always been a plus for me.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, for me, it was my father who taught me how to cook. He said, don't be relying on no woman to be cooking for you. So my dad taught me how to cook. My dad taught me how to do laundry. My dad taught me how to clean the house. My dad taught me how to fix the house. Yeah, like everything. My dad taught me how to make money.
Hey, it's gonna be an all around, bro, and I salute you for that, bro. For real.
Yeah,
I'm the same way, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If anything, a woman for me is just somebody to love me and care for me, and if you want to do those other things, by all means, yes. But the boy can do it on his own too.
Like, look, bro, like I built all this right here. No thing. I put it like I be doing like my own thing too. That's why I say I salute you, bro, because it's good to be a man of all trades, bro. Real talk.
Honestly, yes, man. That's why I've never said no to like a job or an industry that I wasn't familiar with. Like I'll always jump into it. But I'm also the type of person where like I listen. Like I'll be quiet. Like I don't walk in there acting like I know everything and stuff like that. No, I walk in, I be quiet, I listen. Look at that, guys. Look at that, guys. Man, I got my plate ready.
Right? Looks so good.
All right, now we're gonna start sauteing our little veggies. And then I do everything by steps, like that. Whenever I build the omelets or do the what's it called? Or do the scrambler, like you just everything is cooked. It's easier for you than to put it together and everything than having. Okay, I'm gonna finish one dish first. Oh shit! Now I have to finish it. Like cook the ingredients for both all at once. Like that, whenever you serve yourself and the person you're cooking for at the same time. Like that one person's not sitting at a table ready to eat. 20 minutes later go by, and then you finally sit down,
Yeah, Chef Chuy. Yeah, so we actually were thinking on maybe having like a cook-off with Chef Chuy and another aspiring chef. We're still trying to find somebody who would like to do, like a friendly, good sportsmanship type of cook-off. It's for content and for fun and for laughs and for also good food, right? So we most definitely want to get.
I'm gonna learn, y'all. There's people out there that probably cook better than me, and like, I'm a learner. I'm a lover.
Nah.
I'm gonna say this. I got pride in myself, so come on. Come on.
I'm a firm believer that, I've tried the most basic of dishes before, but I feel like if the person who's cooking it has that love and is putting their care and attention into the food, I feel like that energy goes into the
Look at those. Oof. The way he cuts it, slices like that.
Right. I'm telling you, man. Like my stomach is like right now. I'm like, dude, I'm hungry. Okay, guys, at the end of the podcast, I have to go. I'm hungry. But yes, guys, please follow like Chef Chuy, man. From hearing, Chuy's story, we all have sometimes, that very interesting life, that upbringing, But as you can see, is that once we get old enough, we are actually able to take control of our own lives and become anything it is that we want to be. So something that I would recommend is that, yes, life sometimes can be difficult, right? But always try to keep the good,
Yep.
There's always good, there's always bad, right? But I usually like to, grab the good, and I usually incorporate it into my own life. And yeah, because it's always going to, at the end of the day, we're not in control of those things,
Oh no, bro. And see, and to me, like the bad is what we get our lessons from, and the good is what we restore our memories in. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And that's why, we like doing.
We have a question here. Do you sharpen your knives a lot?
Yes. That is one thing I will tell you that I do. I love my knife sharpened. So I have two of my knives that are my favorite ones, and I always recommend people. So I have always a long, big knife. There's a must one. These are always for, like any of the thicker cuts, so your hand doesn't shock back whenever you're cutting. Well, I don't know if you could see, but like from there to there, that's the sharpness. So, like this bad boy, whatever it is, I just, fillet it.
Yeah.
Then I have.
Ninja style.
TikTok, this is for food.
This is for food purposes, guys.
About this one right here, which, this one's going to be for, like say any little bell peppers, vegetables. Like I love to have a little knife for everything because it does help out. And like that, you don't cross-contaminate nothing.
Right. You see, and that you notice, you can see Chef Chuy, right? He is aware of all of those things, it's just like in construction, right? You invest in the proper tools, you take care of your tools, and your tools will take care of you. That's the same thing in the kitchen. You take care of your knife, you take care of your pans, guess what? They're going to take care of you.
Yeah. So look, in here we are, all right.
Woo! You will be trying the plating process, yes. Mushroom.
So look, we have that going in, our bell peppers. So now we're gonna go ahead and throw in start cooking everything down. We're letting these rest. So look, these came out nice, looking good.
Okay.
You see a nice little texture, little piecing all around that.
By the time the food is done, it is gone.
I'm like, bro, don't do that, bro. We're hungry, man.
I'm sorry, bro. Like I said earlier, you gotta taste everything you're cooking, bro.
Delicious. All right, bro.
Wish we had smell-o-vision or something. We
I
could
know,
smell.
I wish I could send you something right here, to be honest with you.
Telling you guys. Good and bad thing about watching, cooking channels and stuff, because you're like, man, that looks so
Smell
good.
it.
but you want it. Like you're like, I want to eat that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, freaking delicious, bro.
Hey, for a birthday or something, bro, I'm gonna have to come out to y'all, man. I'm so down to come and cook for y'all. It'll be a pleasure for real, bro.
So, Chewy, of course, man, you already know we're gonna make that happen. But Chewy, one, something that I've noticed, from us, getting to know each other more and stuff like that, and preparing for the podcast, was the your calendar and the recipes and stuff like that. Tell us more about that. The viewers. What is it that you do on your live, and how you interact with them.
Awesome. So, like on right here, I took like down like the three I have more right here, right? But right here is where whenever I say, hey guys, any ideas of what you guys want to see you cook, let it be a marinade, let it be ranch from scratch at home, anything. That's what I do. Like that, if anyone says like I have to make empanadas de camarón. That's the last thing I had that I'm deleting. So, one of my good subscribers and boys is like, hey, Chuy, I want you to make this for me, see step by step, how to make the masa, how to cook the shrimp, how to stuff it, fold it, fry it. So, that's what I be doing. And trying to get everybody to, like say, because, sometimes like, look, like they went to Red Lobster one time and goes, how to make the Red Lobster biscuits? Done. I made a live, I went live, and I made a Red Lobster biscuits for them. Like that, they know or they have an idea of how to prepare it the right way, how to, keep cross-contamination.
Right.
Like all those good stuff. So, that's why, like, I would tell people, hey, if you go to your favorite restaurant, like, if you have a blooming onion, for example, I'll show you how to make a blooming onion at home.
All right.
So I like that when you say, damn, I want a blooming onion. Be like, all right, bro, get your pot, get your oil out, go get your nice little onion, bro. We about to cook.
Okay, so something that I think that, we should probably, or you should most likely, or most definitely do is get a Patreon. And then that way, you can get your, like, dedicated subscribers. Because I'm telling you right now, there are a lot of people out there who like to get a Patreon.
What is that?
So basically, a Patreon is basically a platform for content creators and just people who have certain skills and talents. And basically, you have people who support you. And, they can donate to you. Let's say somebody like, hey, Chuy, make a video for this. I'll pay $20, to watch you do that. And they'll pay you. And they'll actually become subscribers and stuff like that. So that's something that I would most definitely recommend you do. So then that way, because there are a lot of people out there who really do not know how to cook, and it's not their fault. It's just nobody never taught them. It's just like riding a bike. Maybe nobody taught you to ride a bike. Maybe somebody didn't teach you how to swim. So that is something that I would most definitely recommend for you to do, because I know there's a lot of people, a lot of women, a lot of guys who, guys who want to impress their women. Women who maybe girls don't know how to cook, and they finally found the right man, and they want to learn how to cook. They don't want to lose them. So so you never know.
Oh no, 100%.
So guys, keep an eye out for that. Chef Chuy with that, and also Chef Chuy with we're gonna have a cook-off soon. So if there's anybody out there who knows another chef who would love to do a cookout, if they're in California, that would be so much better. But if they're not, we can make it work. But we most definitely want to get a cook-off going. We want to do a live podcast. It's going to be me, Medusa, Chuy, and our other chef. And we'll be on there, and it will be great. We'll be the judges. We'll basically create a list of ingredients, and they'll be able to come up with their own dish. And basically, anything goes, whatever type of cuisine, and basically just have fun with it and do it with you guys. So we most definitely want to get on that, but we have so many things right now, guys, going on. But
we do. We have a lot.
There is one last thing, Chuy, that you could tell somebody, another aspiring chef, somebody, and not even only like a chef, somebody who just wants to learn how to be a good cook and stuff like that. What are some words of advice, that you would give them, on their path to that?
for them to do what they love and love what they do. You know, if they don't have the love for this, you know, because it is stressful, it is time consuming. You know, we chefs don't
It's
have a
very
lot.
overwhelming too.
Yes, you know, like to be honest with you, you know, the reason that I am able to do all this is I take myself little meditation breaks. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
But now, if a person likes to drink, I suggest they stay away from this industry. Because this industry will now turn your regular drinking, it will turn it into
Worse drinking.
yes, you know, and not only that, you know, but you know, say like with me, I love to see people happy. I love to make them happy. Like for me, bro, my biggest payment is to see the smile. Once someone tastes my food, bro, they get that little happy dance. Like, hey, bro, look, I feel like fucking Kobe Bryant just won the fucking one championship. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Right.
I go back, I write that shit down, keep this recipe, you know?
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. So, you know, like, be open to criticism. That part, you know. Constructive criticism is something that if a person wants to start cooking or be on a journey of cooking, they have to master it. They cannot let that get in the way. They cannot let their emotions get in the way. You know, also, if you guys are going to cook, don't ever cook mad. You know, it's just not worth it. I mean, it's just not worth it. You know, your food, you're gonna be wasting products that Mother Earth took a long time, you know, to create. Not only that, you know, you're gonna you burn yourself, something drops, anything, man. Look, that could turn that one little dish into the worst cooking experience ever, you know. And then always just, you know, be mindful to others' allergies, others, you know, what others don't like. You know.
Yeah, picky eaters, especially in my case. My kids don't like onions, don't like veggies. I like, you know, onions, vegetables, and garlic, all that, and they don't.
Yeah. So
So
you're
you have
able.
to set different. You have to cook differently for the kids, you know.
Yes, that part. And you know, and to be able to master, you know, like 3 or 4 different things at once, you know, like that. Because sometimes we have family cooking. Sometimes, like I'm talking to y'all, but you know, some people they can't cook and talk at the same time.
Right.
You know, so a lot goes into that. But you know, more than anything, once if they get through that, it is very rewarding. You know, it is very rewarding in the sense that you learn to make a lot of different things. You know, it's rewarding where everyone's gonna want you at the family parties. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It is rewarding because you'll be able to feed yourself, your child, your woman, whoever. And when you're serving your child and you see your child get happy or your woman get happy, it's nothing than a better feeling because you're the one doing that. You know what I'm saying?
No, 100% true. Like that is something that I love how you said that because that's very big for me too. Like when it comes to like my kids are really good eaters. You know, like they enjoy fruits, they enjoy vegetables, you know, and they don't really like the fried stuff so much. So that's one thing that I really enjoy. And one thing that I love is when I cook and they empty that plate. It's like I'm like, yes, because
Right,
it's
yeah.
so upsetting to see, you know, food that you cooked and is left on the plate, you know, and you're like, it's a waste of food, and you know, I cooked that and this and that. So yeah, most definitely.
No, that's 100. That's one of the main things that I always tell and suggest to anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Heck yeah, man. So please, guys, follow Chef Chuy, please. Okay, SoCal's aspiring rising chef. He's very soon gonna be having his food truck. We are manifesting. We're bringing it into fruition. You know what I'm saying? We're making it happen. We're putting our energy into it, and that's why we wanted to do this because you know we want to share it with you guys. You know, this dream, this journey. You know, because we all have dreams. You know, we all have ambitions, and you know, a lot of the times, you know, like we don't really share it with anybody. You know, we don't say anything, and sometimes we need, you know, that one person to be like, man, that's a great idea. You should do that.
Bro.
You should do that, bro. Like, I can see you doing that. Or like, man, if you did that, you'd be so successful because you're like this and you're like that. So that's why when Chef Chuy was telling me like, yeah, man, I'm trying to do my food truck. I'm like, bro, get on the podcast. Like, let's do this. Let's get some content out there. Let's, you know, just do some shorts, let's do some reels. Let's communicate with some people. You know, let's go live. You know, let's do it. Let's make it happen. right? Just like how, me and Medusa, we talked about a podcast, like, hey, we want to talk about all these things, we want people to, we wanted to create a platform for everyone, for you guys, for us, for anybody, right? Because everybody has a story. And I was thinking that we should create a segment called, and I'm going to trademark this and nobody take it from me, right? But the diaries of a normal person, right? And you'll find that in those stories, the most craziest, interesting, wildest stories. But when you look at that person, you just take them as like a normal person. And just because they're not on TV or just because they're not on your phone or on the radio, we don't think that their story is nothing but we all got a story and we all have a right to tell it. So that's why we made this podcast. And, we also want to tell, anybody out there, we want to tell our viewers and our family and our community, the ones that come out and show love to us every time we do an episode, we love you guys and we appreciate you guys. And if any of you guys, want to utilize this platform, anybody, even to the people that are just coming in and you just joined, if you have something that you want to tell or share or something that you think that other people should know, by all means, the stage is yours and we'll be more than happy to give you the microphone and we'll be happy to listen. So, please join us, guys, when we do these episodes because there's always something good and valuable coming out of each and every single one of these podcasts. Like even me, myself, in the beginning, I considered it, more of a conversation that I was having with my friends, right? But when I went back and I was watching, our own episodes and listening to what we were talking about and hearing some of the things that I was saying, Queen was saying, our guests, people in the comments, it helped me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, I remember, because what I'm going through in my own life, we're talking about it in the podcast and I'm like, oh snap, I remember when Medusa was saying this, you know what? I'm going to implement that into my own life. I'm going to take that advice, just like what Chuy is talking about, do what you love. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take that and I'm going to implement that into my life. There's a lot of people out there that, they're living a life of routine and not getting that satisfaction. And that's why they're like, man, life is such a bore, man. Life is so boring or this or that, but really it's not. It's just, you're just not doing what you love, my friend. Do what you love, whatever it is. It doesn't matter whether it be a cook, whether it be playing games or drawing or painting or singing or, building cars, whatever it is, man. Just do it, man. Do it. Yep. Do what you love, because then that way, you won't have to worry about money and stuff like that. The money will just come because people will see that you're that you're passionate about it. So that's why, that is the truth. Yes,
we have a question here for Chuy. How long have you been cooking? And also, what's your favorite dish to make?
I've been cooking for a total of 16 and a half years. I've been on my own chef. I've been 7 years. Now, my favorite dish to cook, honestly, and I don't know if this is gonna make sense, but my favorite dish to cook is whoever I'm cooking for's favorite dish.
Oh, okay. I like that. Like
that's my favorite dish because whenever I cook with someone, I'm not gonna cook them what my favorite thing is to do because I'm not gonna say a story. I'm not gonna say nothing about my background. Like to me, whenever I get that person's favorite food and I incorporate my flavors, I incorporate my touch, I incorporate my plating. Now I'm telling that person a story about myself. Not only am I telling a person like, hey, I took what you love and I'm adding to it, just like if like I'm adding to a person's life, I'm adding to the workplace, you know what I'm saying? And like to me, that just says a lot more than anything else, So like that's why just every time like I go and cook, but see like if my personal favorite food is chilaquiles. I'm a simple person, I'm a simple person. I grew up in Mexico.
Red or green? Red or green? For the
I go all
chilaquiles.
the time with green, brother.
Okay. I'm a red. I like red sauce.
Yeah, no, but see, I go with green, but I have to make mine very, very spicy. I cannot eat non-spicy.
Right.
Not me. I can't handle
Hey,
spicy.
look, he'll say two, say red. Me too, red. Me too. He'll say red too. Red chilaquiles for me, please.
Mm. No, I'm not lying to you.
He said, not lying to you?
Fire.
This is fire.
Doggy. No, I'm just saying. So look, that's gonna be a first dish. So I put this on the side for my dish. Okay.
Yeah, we can't wait till the plating right now. So,
Plating is about to happen. Oof.
yeah, I came back to see how far we got. Yes, Jane, we're almost there. The food's almost, we're about to eat, Jane. We're about to eat. So, pull up a chair, grab your fork and your bib. And
That's right, the bib.
stop, because we all about to eat.
Stop it, homie. You're making us hungry.
I already know. I already know. Once this episode ends, everybody's going straight to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Everybody.
The most complicated dish I've ever made was the dish I made for JC and Beyonce. Which consisted of, so basically they wanted like a little bit of sushi, you know, but they didn't want no seaweed, they didn't want no rice, they didn't want anything, but they wanted sushi. Yeah. So this is where my sushi chef came into place because, you know, like, I'm happy that I've had every experience to cook every bit of everything. So I ended up, you know, getting saran wrap paper. I did spicy tuna, and then I made it to a sheet. And then inside, I ended up putting, what's it called? I ended up putting avocado, cucumber, albacore, white fin, yellow fin. Then they wanted as well as, what was that? They wanted caviar, but they wanted both colors. So I had to put that stuff in the middle, you know. And then with the saran wrap, I ended up, like, basically, if this was saran wrap, I started tilting and folding it. And once I got that circle, you know, I started cutting it. And then I took the saran wrap, and that's how I got that piece of sushi. I ended up decorating it, and it ended up going out. You know, and we got a very good review off of that, actually. You know, it was one of the best little appetizers they said that they have gotten. Which, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you, you know, it was like, hey, but Chef, at that time, I was just a regular line cook. So, you know, look,
That was big for you.
I sent that out without my chef's consent. Right. Well, when he came back, it felt so awesome, bro, to get, you know, be like, hey, dude, good looking out. You know, like, it was a hit. You know, so I was like, cool, because I thought I was going to be fired, bro. I'm not going to lie to you, I thought I was going to be fired. Then the chef asked me if I could show him how to do that. And that was just one of the most, you know, like, great moments, because that's when me and him became cool. And that's who got me up in the company at Landry's.
Right.
You know, because he's all like, man, like, hey, he goes, you're really good with your knife skills. You're really good with a lot of things. What are you doing just being a regular line cook? So, look, and then, so look, we separate the egg whites, of course, from those ones. Okay. The easiest way to do that is just, you know, like, hold your hand, leave about like a 1 centimeter gap, and crack it in there. The yolk will stay in your hand as all the egg whites drop through. You know. Then this one, you don't throw it away. You saw the other little dish I had. I'm about to scramble these up too. Add it right there. We don't waste product.
Let's get it.
All right. So now, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. The egg white omelets is one of the hardest omelets to make at home. The reason for that, all right. So look, y'all see how like yolky this is?
Right.
With a spoon, break it all apart before. Just, you know, go up like that. It all incorporates in one solid instead of 3 different egg white solids from the eggs. So like that, whenever you cook them and you build them, it's gonna be a lot easier. See, like now they're running. You saw, like, you see the difference now?
Yeah. Bro, I'm hungry, guys.
Yeah.
Ooh. And look at, hey, the potatoes Yo, I gotta come through one day and visit you.
So good. So good. This is torture just to let you guys
Right? I
know.
think it is more torture than anything else.
Walks away hungry.
But look, that one I always put the little egg white things, and then always hit the rounds of it, and then I always push myself to the top. Like that, we get a nice little sheet paper and everything is evenly cooked. All right. So once you guys have that, turn everything off. And the reason for that is because the heat of the pan will finish cooking it. Like that, you do it. So the egg white is supposed to be egg white, not egg brown. You know.
Yeah.
Supposed to be egg white, not egg brown. Supposed to be egg white, not egg burn. Okay, ladies.
Excuse me.
Go ahead. And go with the veggies. Next, we're gonna add the little steak.
You're asking what kind of pots and pans do you prefer?
I love the non-stick pots and pans better than any other pans. Now the ones that I use, the brand is called Teflon. Teflon. I know like that's the name of the actual thing, but like they're Teflon. And you know what? Like they make your life a lot better. Also get a wok, y'all. A wok is lifesaver. Because you know, like not only is that for fried rice, but you could also use that for so many things.
You're all in the ceiling.
Right, we're like, oh shit. Sorry guys, dinner's on the floor.
Yeah. To play it, you put half down, the other half over. Okay.
Sounds so easy.
Bro, yeah, I couldn't do that, but
He makes
bro.
that easy, huh?
All right.
All right, a little bit of cheesy wheezy. Decoration purposes only. Now you always want to hit your omelet, you know, especially in the restaurant business for your export to know what it is, what the ingredients are inside. Not only that, but that's also very appetizing for whoever you're going to serve it to, okay?
Ah.
Like that, you know that this omelet has vegetables and steak. So when you serve it, you know, like, I wait, you know, like, all right, I see you, bro, you know. So
Yeah, it's like hey, you know what's inside the omelet? Try it first.
Ruby, thanks for the follow.
Here we go with the potatoes.
Now hit that with a nice little potato right there.
A little bit of Valentina. Ooh. Boy, I'll be gone, guys.
So good.
I like to at the very end. I don't like to put one on my thing. As much like I can get.
Relax, man.
Now, y'all, quick question, y'all. What's breakfast without toast? Can't forget toast.
Can't forget toast.
I mean, if we're gonna do one thing, we're gonna do it right.
Right. We are missing out. Everybody's like, we missing out. We.
Same.
Dang, guys. If you guys want to learn how to cook like this, follow Chef Chuy. My boy goes live all the time. You can catch him. He's always doing dinners, breakfast, lunches. You guys can always request a recipe or a dish for him to make, and he'll put it on the calendar, and he'll go ahead and he'll make it for you guys. So please, guys, follow Chuy. You guys are going to be seeing a lot of him now with the content that we're going to be putting out right now from today's podcast. So show some support, show some love. If you do not follow Three Legends podcast yet, please follow it. If you can share it out to anybody and everybody, we want to at least get it up to 200. Yeah, so
We
then
can do it live through there.
yeah, because we eventually want to be able to just do the lives and episodes through here instead of on our individuals. So if you guys can please help us like build up this profile, like please, 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 we need y'all support in any way that you can. Three Legends podcast, share it out, tell the people, hey, you know, some good stuff on there. You know, we got Life of Pablo, we got Sarah, we got both Sarah Jane, Sarah Bear, and we also got Emma. You know, we got a lot of episodes already up there. And now we got this episode with Chef Chuy, and we're going to keep going, guys. And we got another episode live from
Australia. Sorry. I was like, what?
Sorry, guys.
I'm like focused on the food. I'm so sorry.
When are we going to eat? It's like yes. So we're going to have a whole bunch of new content coming, guys. And it looks like we just got new content, guys. We got a lot of good things coming in. And we're trying to get in with this food stuff. So food reviews, restaurants, all that good stuff. And we also want to work with Chuy and help him promote his cooking and make his dream of owning his own food truck and providing.
Also, if you guys would like to just give us any suggestions of what you guys want us to discuss on our next following podcast, you know, you're more than welcome to send us that in a DM.
Yes, guys.
Carlos or not.
We are open. Anybody, whatever you do, does not matter. We have all walks of life, and everybody is welcomed. And we want to hear your story, guys. So if you got something, let's hear it. Look at that plating, guys.
Wow.
The thing like this,
Goodness, right there.
there's a nice little scrambler, you know. So like I say, we could make any little dish look a little more on the delicious side, you know.
That looks so good.
So good. A mountain.
This. Now we got a nice little toast. You know what I'm saying? The toast.
All about presentation. Yep, we're about to see it right now. He's about to get his plates all set and look real nice. Eat all the pieces that are not supposed to be where they're at.
Got you, Brown?
Delicious.
Bro, I wish you guys were here too. I'm not even gonna lie to you, like for real.
We wish we were there too, Chuy. Don't worry. We wish
I'll
we
be
were there
sending one
too,
of
boy.
you right now. I'll be like, let me know what y'all think.
Boy, I'd be over there with a 12-pack. We'd be chilling, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Man.
All of us. You, me, Queen, Marie, Ilse, everybody, bro.
So look, check this out now. So there's gonna be the first one.
All right, guys, let's see it. Look, they said on the way, Chuy.
Alright.
I killed that, Joe. I'm demolished.
There's the egg white one.
Good.
Ooh, boy.
And like I said, all of this was under 15 bucks, y'all.
Bro, guys, you go to McDonald's right now, get you two meals, it costs more than that.
Yes.
It's McDonald's. A sausage McMuffin or that?
I'm saying.
Give me that. There's no more
Nothing like
dollar
homemade
at,
food.
at McDonald's, guys, so you're going to have to learn how to cook now, okay? Please. Let's start making
Fernando,
McDonald's rich, all right?
Hold on.
Let's start making people who put love into their food rich. Let's start making them rich. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry,
Come on.
forgot last touch. Now with the avocado, now that's how that's gonna be.
Delicious. Looks so good.
Delicious.
Oh yeah. So nice little flavor, and then look, egg white. So we got for whoever wants to stay healthy, be healthy. Got all the protein. nothing too greasy, as you guys can see. You know, I don't
Right.
like to cook.
Right.
You know, I don't like to cook nothing like that.
All right.
Thank you very
So
much.
I guess the only last thing is for you to make us all jealous and take a bite out of the food, my boy.
Wow, look,
I
that's a
think
free
that's the
fact. 'Cause
last thing.
I've been waiting to take a bite of my food.
I think that's the last thing. I think for us is just all cry right now. Watch you enjoy that food.
Man, look, bro.
Look at that, guys.
That's a hearty tea, bro.
What we're missing out on, bro.
Bro,
Yeah, we're like drooling here.
Right, we're like everybody's at home like, bro.
Guys, get your tissues or clean your drools.
We're like, damn.
I don't like you. No, get not go.
I'm telling you, bro. Everybody's like, yo, this is. That's gonna be the outro to the video. Chuy just,
You can't whistle now.
Right, you can't whistle now, Chuy.
No, I can't.
Oh man, guys.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for another amazing episode, man.
Yes.
This was a freaking good one. Chef Chuy in the building, guys.
Thank you, man.
The man, SoCal, upcoming chef, upspring, about to change the whole game.
Y'all in California, come check your boy out. I got you.
I'm telling you, go check out Chuy. Follow him. He's gonna get his YouTube page up. We're gonna start putting some content out there. Everything, guys. Follow Chuy. Let's help make his dream come true, guys. Follow us.
Yes.
Follow Three Legends Podcast. Yes.
If you don't
Yes.
follow Three Legends Podcast, follow that before you follow us, please,
Yes.
guys.
And
but
also
yeah.
share that out, y'all. Let's help them grow it out. You know, we all have a good amount of followers. Let's show some love. Thank
Yes,
you for
guys.
having me once again. It was a pleasure.
You're welcome anytime to cook for us and torture
you are,
us.
you are a part. You are officially a part of the Three Legends family, bro.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Once a family member, always a family member. You know, from now on, you know, it's when are we gonna collab next?
You got it, brother. You know,
That's
I'm
the
more than
next thing.
happy. More than happy to collab with you guys at any time, brother. Thank you. It was a pleasure. Always have fun. Always good vibes. You know.
Yo, it was another good one, man. I freaking loved it. We are going to end the podcast right now, but we're gonna come back up,
Yep.
and then that way we'll interact. We'll get people up in the boxes and all that stuff, and they can talk to you directly.
Gotcha. Of course.
You
No, of
wanna
course,
do
of
that?
course. Yeah.
All right, then.
So I'm gonna end this while we go ahead and save this video, and then I'll come back.
Right. So
Right.
thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much for everything. We appreciate you.
We
All
love
of
you
the
guys.
support.
Another great episode. Stay tuned for the next one.